to introduce our new Falcon football coach to you. And I think after we leave here, after we have lunch and leave, I think he's going to go over to the high school, maybe meet with some of the players. I don't know what all you guys have lined up, but I want to read to you from the press release that I'm ready to send out when I get back to the office, and then I'll turn it over to Mr. Owens and Mr. Bell there. For immediate release, Coach Kevin Rose comes to Lincoln County High School from Bob Jones High School in Madison, Alabama, where he has been the head coach since 2008. At Bob Jones High School, Rose's teams compiled a record of 90 wins and 36 losses, including 7 region titles and 10 playoff appearances. Prior to that time, Coach Rose spent 7 seasons as the head coach of Sheffield High School and several years as offensive coordinator at Dessler High School. He has 25 plus years of teaching and coaching experience, and we're very excited for him to take over the helm here at Lincoln County High School and go Falcons. And right now I'd like to turn it over to our principal, Mr. Billy Owens. He and Coach Bell did a great job in the coaching search, and he may want to talk about that a little bit. And Coach Rose, welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, welcome to the Falcon family.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Heath, and welcome, family. Appreciate y'all being here today. I know it means a lot to your dad and your husband, and we're just very pleased that y'all are part of our family now, and we'll treat you like that too, I promise. The process, Dr. Heath asked Mr. Bell and I to interview the head coach. We talked about a committee, and we basically decided together that we just wanted Mr. Bell and I to do it. Dr. Heath was good with that, and really appreciate him working with us and how quickly he turned it around once we took a name to him, and it just moved really quickly. We started the process by asking for resumes and applications, and we had 60 some odd resumes that we went through, and we went through them really good. I mean, we combed through them. We didn't want to leave anyone out. Our mind was not to look at the top 5 and pick the top 5. We wanted to, if it was 10, we was going to interview 10. But we ended up with 6 resumes that we thought were stand out better than the rest of them, and so we interviewed 6 folks, and we started the Monday after we got back from Thanksgiving break. I guess it was December 1st, and Coach Rose was the first one we interviewed, and he just blew us away. His resume had already blown us away, and we were just hoping that the interview would go as well as his resume said it would, and it did. It was outstanding. I learned more football in that hour probably than I have my whole life. I'm a basketball guy, so I learned a lot of football from him, and his energy and his enthusiasm just stood out. But we had six really good applicants. We interviewed all 6, and in the end, Coach Rose stood out head and shoulders above the others, and took the name to Dr. Heath, and he moved quickly. So the whole process just took a little over 2 weeks, and we wanted to move quickly. I think our kids needed that, and we always came back to the kids. You know, even when we're trying to decide, even though we knew it was Coach Rose, we thought about what would be best for our kids and the rebuild that we was looking at, and we just thought it was an obvious choice, and we're just so thrilled that he's able to be here with us and has accepted the challenge, and we just look forward to great things. And thank you very much. Coach Bell's got some more information to share with you, and thank y'all for being here.
Thank you, Dr. Heath. Thank you, Mr. Owens, and thank you all for being here today. This is an exciting day for Lincoln County Falcon football. As Mr. Owens said, we went through the process of interviewing several real qualified coaches for the head position. Coach Rose, of course, interviewed, and as Mr. Owens said, just phenomenal. Exceptional job in all facets of everything that we talked to him about. And I've actually had been able to get to know Coach Rose from previous coaching experience. And I'm just going to say this, Coach Rose is a great football coach, but he is even a better person. And that's one thing I continually express to Mr. Owens. I've seen Coach Rose coach. I've seen him work with his players and his coaches, and I can tell you right now, first class in every way. And it's a blessing for me, Coach, to be able to introduce you today. And Coach Rose and I kind of talked previously about this, and it's amazing how all this fell into place with Coach Rose. And we talked about it earlier. We just feel like it was, a God thing, the way it all fell into place. And what I would like to do, Dr. Heath has already said some of his qualifications, but I would just like to go over that again. Miss Rose, Heather, will you come up here? Kaylee, Coach Rose, will you come up here, please? As you can see, Coach Rose has a beautiful family. Caden, his oldest son, his son is now a senior in high school at Bob Jones, playing baseball at Bob Jones, and they had a real important competition that he was going to be involved with today, so he couldn't miss. But the rest of the family's here. And let me, first of all, let me say how pleased we are to have you. And as Mr. Owens alluded to, we're glad you're going to be a part of the Falcon family. We really are. Coach, his career stints were at Dessler High School. He was offensive coordinator for 4 years, and they had a record of 50-4 with 2 state championships. He was the head football coach at Sheffield, 6 playoff appearances. He then moved to Hoover High School, where he was the running back coach for 1 year, and then he became the head football coach at Bob Jones, and has been there since 2008. And one thing that I'd really always been impressed with Coach Rose is how much emphasis he put not only with his players on the football field, but also in the classroom. Coach, you did a phenomenal job with that. And his team grade point average while he's been at Bob Jones is 3.0, which speaks very highly. He is a program builder. He has won multiple 6A and 7A championships and playoff wins. He's experienced in large-scale fundraising and facility upgrades. He has built successful programs and teams at all various levels. As Dr. Heath said, compiled a record of 133 and 71. He has 7 consecutive years at Bob Jones, region 6A, 7A championships, and 10 playoff appearances. Huntsville Times Coach of the Year in 2009, 7 consecutive 6A, 7A titles. Garnered the first #1 ranked state ranking team at Bob Jones High School. He's been the guest speaker at several Nike football clinics throughout the nation. 2 state championships as offensive coordinator again at Dessler, and the Times Daily Coach of the Year at Sheffield High School with a record of 12-1. So, Coach, we are so excited to have you as the head football coach at Lincoln County High School.
Thank you so much.
At this time, I'll turn it over to Coach Rose.
Hey, let me just add, his son, Caden, who Coach Bell mentioned, his son's baseball scholarship at Alabama. So we look forward to seeing great things from his baseball career.
Thank you. I wish he could have been here today. Team comes first at our house, and he had a team competition. He's actually captain of his team, so he wasn't going to miss it. Dr. Heath, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Owens. Thank you, Coach Bell, for this opportunity. I'm very excited about it. It's the 3rd time I've been up here to take a head football job in my career, and every time, like Jeff said, I feel like it's been a God thing. I mean, the way this thing fell into place was just from where I live to my relationship with Jeff to Mr. Owens, Dr. Heath. It just, everything was just perfect. It just, I've been honestly praying about this opportunity for a long time, and it couldn't have been better. And I got 26 years experience. I actually filled out my retirement papers yesterday, and we'll be filing those in the next couple of days, and hope to come up here and spend 5 to 10 years and turn this football program around, put it back to where it was. I know this is a very storied and a very proud tradition at Lincoln County High School. I know there's been some great coaches and great players here, and I know over the last decade it's been very challenging, but I think we're going to bring some elite coaches here, and I know there's some good coaches already here and some good players, and I'm excited about the opportunity and the challenge. And I think I'm in a place personally and professionally. Heather and I are fixing to be empty nesters. I need a challenge to take on. So I thought it'd been very easy to stay where I was, and I didn't have any interest in that. I've always thought the hard road was the right road. I think it's going to be a very difficult task. I expect it to be difficult, but I also think we're going to get it done. I think within the next 3 years we're going to be in a position where we're playing good football, and we're playing playoff football, and that's my expectation. I mean, I've coached 27 total years, counting a student assistant. My very first year, 25 of those we've made the playoffs. So, you know, I'm not used to being at home once the playoffs roll around. We expect to get in, and that'll be our expectation here. And I expect to bring a fun brand of football here that I'm hoping the participation numbers here at Lincoln County are going to go up immediately. I want to meet with every young man in that high school, you know, that's a candidate to play football one-on-one, and try to get them out. And also, we want to upgrade the facilities in every part of the program to where we start attracting kids from all over Lincoln County, where they grow up wanting to play football at Lincoln County High School. And I've always believed in if you've ever read the book, The Magic of Thinking Big, you know, we want to have a turf field, we want to upgrade the weight room, we want to repaint the locker room, we want to redo the coaching offices, we want to upgrade the uniforms. You know, every part of the program, I think we've got to be faithful about dreaming big every day and selling it every day, and that'll be my intention. I know Brian and Austin from our time at Bob Jones, I think they'll tell you we're going to play a fun and exciting brand of football. I mean, there'll be no downtime. You know, we're going to go for it on fourth down. We're going to block punts. We're going to run trick plays. We're going to win big games. We've had a knack for. I won't say we've won every close game we've ever been in, but we've won most of them. You know, and I think the way we speak victory into our kids. You know, I tell them every time before we go out, if it's a close game, we're going to win. If it comes down to the last second field goal, we're going to win. If we have to make a stop on the last play of the game, we're going to win. If we have to drive 80 yards in less than 2 minutes, we're going to win. You know, and they think that way, and like I said, we've had a huge amount of success in close football games, and I think that's put us over the hump time and time again. So I'm excited to be here, thankful for the opportunity, and got a couple of guys that I'm talking to out of Alabama that are kind of in my age group, and that I think would be great additions to our staff. I'm trying to recruit them to come with me. We'll evaluate current staff members as we go, and we're excited to get started. My first day will be February the 1st, which will be my 50th birthday. So I thought that was kind of a God thing too. I've always wanted to retire at 50 and take on a new challenge, and that's just the way it works out. So I'm tickled to death to be here. And if anybody has a question, I'll be glad to answer it if I can. Anybody? All right. Thank you so much, and go Falcons.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Almost made me want to put on number 80 again and go back out there. Yeah. Can we just go around the room and